I don't need to read this, you have it in front of you, but if you look through Steve Holmes' bio, you have it right there in front of you in your program. It's quite impressive. But the neatest thing for us is that he's kind of our chairman and our CEO of our golf tournament as the title sponsor. But I'd love the fact that Fortune magazine last year rated Wyndham Worldwide as the most admired company in the travel and hospitality industry. So Steve, congratulations on that great honor. Steve is very respected by his peers in his space of corporate leadership. But what Bobby Long has told many of you, and he and I have spoken about it so many times, you could not find a nicer CEO, a nicer gentleman to be the CEO of a company. So we're very lucky to have Steve as the CEO of Wyndham Worldwide. 2011, I think this is actually the highlight of his career probably, is that in 2011, he won the Wednesday Pro-Am at the Wyndham Championship. That's right? And Franz has not really forgotten about that, so that's kind of an ongoing competition every year. Franz said he won the first one. So these guys are taking some hardware. 2013, our 74th year, will be their 7th year as our title sponsor. And yes. And even better than that, they've committed through 2016 to be our title sponsor. When I think of the relationship we have with our title sponsor, it's better than anybody on all the other tour events. We have the best relationship with our title sponsor. It's not just a relationship, it's a partnership, it's a friendship from Bobby and Steve on down. And, you know, I just, as a group and representing you all, I just want to say to Steve and Franz and Wyndham Worldwide, as Bobby says all the time, thank you, thank you, thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome and thank Mr. Steve Holmes. Steve.
Thank you very much, Mark. And I don't know who to thank for this, whether it's Jim Melvin, who's not here, or Bobby, but I want to thank somebody for having gone to all the effort to have my travel visa extended beyond just the week of August that I'm usually here, to allow me to come to Greensboro another week. So thank you very much for opening up the town for me. And it is an honor to be down here. Many of you know this has become kind of a second home for me during that week of August, and I've really, really enjoyed my time down here in Greensboro. I thought, because some of you may not know our company very well, I could spend 5 minutes giving you a description of who we are. It would take me at least that long to kind of walk through it all, but I found somebody who's even a faster talker than I am, and I was with him last week, and I thought I'd let him give you a little bit of sense of who we are.
I'm Jim Cramer, and welcome to my world. So now that the averages are back or near record levels, it's time to ask, what has been the single best performing stock over this whole period? The answer, you may not know it. It's Wyndham Worldwide, W-Y-N, the lodging and hospitality services company. It's also the #1 player in the timeshare business. For those of you who don't know Wyndham, the company has 3 key businesses. First, it's a franchisor of hotels. You might recognize them as Ramada or Days Inn, among other brands. Terrific low-cost model. Hotel operator owns the real estate, pays Wyndham a cut of their revenues. Franchise. Second, the company has a vacation exchange and rental biz, where they enable timeshare owners to swap units with each other for a fee. And they also help rent out other people's vacation properties for a fee and a cut of the commission. Finally, Wyndham's biggest business, developing and selling timeshares, which is a red-hot business right now. Wyndham's latest quarter report in early February was fabulous. Stock has rallied some 50% since the last time we spoke to the CEO, and that was only 13 months ago. I think it could have more room to run, though. Don't take it from me. Let's talk to the bankable Stephen Holmes, okay? Steve's the chairman CEO of Wyndham Worldwide. Find out more about where his company's headed.
Honestly, we did not speed that up. That is the speed at which the man talks, and he describes our business better than I could in that amount of time. So that gives you a little bit of background. But it really is a pleasure to be down here talking about really 2 topics that not only do we feel is important at Wyndham, but to me personally is very important, which is philanthropy and collaboration. Those are the 2 things I'd like to touch on today. Both of those are key elements of our organization, as I'll talk about, but also to me personally is something that that I've embraced and that my family has embraced. As Jim said, we're a company in the hospitality industry. We serve consumers, we have business customers, so we have B2B relationships with customers. But most of you probably know us as the title sponsor for the Wyndham Championship, where we get to entertain 80,000 people to Greensboro every year and let them come out and really enjoy the most spectacular event on the tour. So we're so pleased to be involved. And part of the involvement is the fact that over the last 30 years, $25 million has been raised for charity by the Wyndham Championship, which is just fantastic that an event that brings so much joy to people who enjoy coming out to the golf course and seeing the best players in the world play golf also can contribute so much charitably, and also a big contributor to the economy down here with, I think the average is $35 million being brought into the economy. So the Wyndham Championship is something to be very proud of being part of, and many of you in this room are the reason that the Wyndham Championship is successful. We've been fortunate enough to come in the last 7 years and get involved, but let's face it, the tournament has been here for a long, long time, and we right now are the ones that get a chance to participate and be part of it, for which we are absolutely thrilled. And part of being involved in the tournament is really the opportunity to work with other people and do things together. Because for us, it really is a partnership, as Mark said. It is an event that takes a lot of effort. To put on a PGA Tour event is something that takes a lot of work. To make it world class really takes it beyond work. It takes it into a labor of love and requires an incredible amount of coordination, incredible amount of passion and execution by people involved. People from the PGA Tour, from Sedgefield Country Club to Wyndham Championship, to the only guy I know who works only 1 week out of the year, Mark Brazel and his staff. I mean, I'm still trying to sign up for that job, Mark. At some point I'll get a chance to get it, but it is an amazing effort, and it really is a world-class event. If I could just turn to Wyndham for a minute and talk a little bit about who we are, not as a company with a bunch of hotel brands and timeshare, but really what we're all about, and I want to tie that into how collaboration and philanthropy kind of weaves itself through our organization. We're a company that was founded 6 years ago, or 7 years ago, when we launched on the New York Stock Exchange, and we're really built on a very strong foundation with core values. And the core values are what you may hear from a lot of companies. We like to think we actually live them out. Core values of integrity, of respect for other people, of holding accountability for your actions and what you do. And very importantly, one of our core values is supporting communities, giving back to the communities. And it's the fact that we live and breathe these core values every day that I think makes Wyndham a special company. And Benjamin Franklin once said that you want to do well by doing good. And I always thought that was a great phrase, because you don't have to worry about the profit, you don't have to worry about what the stock price is. If you do the right things every day, you'll do great, but you have to do good in order to do well. And we try to bring that philosophy to the way that we manage the company. And so we want everything that we're doing to work for our people, for the communities that we're in, and for the planet as a whole. And I don't mean to make that sound altruistic, but that really is how we think about things and how we approach them. Every year we get a chance to show off Wyndham to the world through the Wyndham Championship. And it's a great TV event for us. We get a chance to get our name out there in front of people. But really more important than that, and I know that Bobby and the people that got us involved with this tournament know, it wasn't about getting some TV spots. It wasn't about just getting our name out there. It was giving us a forum for us to be able to engage with the community, but also bring our customers, our biggest customers, and the people that we want to get to know us better into an environment where we can really entertain them and they can get a feel for who we are and what our core is. And that's what the Wyndham Championship down here in Greensboro has done for us. Year after year, our guests come down here. They leave with a feeling of excitement and a feeling that they've been warmly embraced by the community as well as by us. This is really something that has a huge impact on our business, and we appreciate all the hospitality that people have shown down here, not only to us, but all of the people that we bring here every year to the Wyndham Championship. We have about 33,000 associates around the world who work for Wyndham. They all are proud of our association with Greensboro. They're all proud of our association with the Wyndham Championship. And the reason for that is we've embraced it and we've made it a part of who we are and what we do every year. And that is much more than signing a contract and sending a few signs down and coming down to hand out a trophy at the end of the weekend. It really is an engagement with the organization. And I think that part of that is the reason that it's been a win for everybody, we believe. The tournament has been over the last 7 years, certainly for us. We never once have regretted our decision to get involved and engaged down here. We could not have found better people to work with and to be part of. So this has been just an absolute win for us. And I think the story of collaboration is part of what makes this so successful and meaningful for us. It's, as I said, it's not just coming down here one day a week to hand out a trophy. It's about engaging with the community and having the community engage with us. And that is part of what has driven this tournament, I believe, to become such a part of our culture and what we're all about. And I thank you for that. Without the ability to give back to the community, though, with charitable effort, it would not have happened for us. It would not have been something that we want to be involved with. If this was just an event that we could be involved with that didn't have a philanthropic end game, we would not have gotten involved with it. And so over the years, there have been numerous organizations who have benefited from that, whether it's the First Tee of the Triad or the Greensboro Children's Museum, Second Harvest, Food Bank, or the United Way. There's many organizations that have benefited from the Wyndham Championship, and that is what we think this is really all about at the end of the day. I just wanted to share a couple of those relationships with you so I can kind of connect collaboration and philanthropy. We got involved with the, what at the time was the Hole in the Wall Gang Camp, is now called Serious Fun. And we got involved with the local organization here, and we had people come down, work at the camp during the summer, really get engaged and involved with it because we wanted to understand where it was touching the people, where what the philanthropy is doing is really engaged in touching people. And we've done that with a number of different organizations, including Starlight Children's Network, which helps children who are in hospital deal with their time in the hospital. And it's allowed us to bring fun centers to the hospital where the kids who are in the hospital get a chance to play with a Wii or a PlayStation while they're sitting there in the hospital bed, which we all know is not a very fun experience. And we actually had a chance last year to go over to the Brenner Children's Hospital and give them a vacation day. We set up a boardwalk, we brought in the PGA Tour wives, got them to collaborate in it as well, and had a chance to kind of maybe give them a little bit of a break from the time that they're spending in the hospital. And so again, collaboration as opposed to just writing a check and walking away, because we feel we get a lot more out of that, and we think that the organizations we're involved with get a lot more out of it too. And before I want to tell you one other story about a charity we're involved with, because I'm passionate about this. I really do enjoy talking about what it is that we've been able to do and the impact we have. But collaboration is not, I mean, the key to collaboration in my view is when you start talking about me and you start talking about we. How can we do something bigger and better? When we were first approached to get involved here, I think that there was probably a view that a big company just wants to know what's in it for them. We didn't want to know that, and I think Bobby and the group that came up to meet with us knew immediately that we wanted to know, okay, if we're going to do this, what's in it for you guys? How are we going to make this work? And that is the key in my mind to collaboration, is that you have a desire for the we to be better than just the me. I was recently, and because of the relationship we've had, I've really become kind of a Greensboro ambassador or Triad ambassador, I feel like. I got a call from a friend of mine who was looking to bring a business down to this region. He was deciding between Virginia and North Carolina, and they were trying to decide, okay, we're going to build a distribution facility that's going to bring about 250 jobs to a market. What's been your experience with Greensboro? And about an hour and a half later, when I got off the phone with him, he said, okay, well, boy, that's pretty powerful, and they're building this summer, they'll be building a distribution facility in Burlington. It's the Sheetz company, the convenience store company. I know the family, and they're based up in Altoona, Pennsylvania, and they were so taken with the warm embrace they got from Burlington and from all the people in the region that they said, you know, this is geographically a nice location to be in, but more importantly, it's a location that we think would be really comfortable doing business. So this does have a real business impact when you collaborate and you embrace like that. The other thing I'd say about collaboration is that, again, this is an opinion, but I've experienced that forced collaboration does not work. If we force you to do something to collaborate with me, I'm probably not going to collaborate very well. But if I engage in that collaboration, I probably will be a really good advocate for whatever it is that you want to accomplish or whatever it is you're trying to do. And forced collaboration, you'll get mediocre results. If you have engaged collaboration, you will have phenomenal results that exceed all expectations and blow away the norm if you engage in that collaboration. And that leads me to just another story that I wanted to talk about related to philanthropy. We got involved with an organization called Autism Speaks, and the way we got involved with it was I was sitting at home on a Sunday night watching 60 Minutes, and 60 Minutes ran a piece on autism and the impact that an iPad can have on an autistic child. It can allow an autistic child to actually be able to order food at a restaurant where they don't even communicate with their own parents. They can now order a burger with fries, and the iPad will speak for them and will tell the waiter or waitress what they're looking for. And I was so moved by that because here we are, we're a big company, we give iPads to our executives to be efficient and effective. And I said, how can we do that? And we know we could probably change people's lives with these iPads. So we decided the next Monday morning that we were going to go ahead and do that. So we as many iPads as we gave out to anybody in our company, we then came and turned around and gave money to Autism Speaks so that they could give the iPads out. Now that's a heartwarming, nice story, and that just talks about us wanting to maybe do the right thing. But what made it collaborative and what made the engagement was that Autism Speaks didn't just stop there. They recognized our desire to be helpful if we could be, and they engaged us in a way that kind of hit home for us. They were starting a program for helping kids and families with children with autism travel. And they began a program up in Boston, in Logan Airport, where they would run a test run of kids being able to come to the airport. Because any of you who know families with autistic kids, sometimes just the noise, the sound, the different experience, the environment makes it almost impossible to travel. So there are thousands of families that just choose not to travel because how can they possibly travel when their child is going to go through the trauma that they will have of going through the process? So what they did up at Logan Airport, they actually set up a program to train the airport personnel on what it's like to travel with an autistic child, have the children come in with their families, go through the curbside check-in, get your boarding pass, go through security, go all the way down, go onto the plane, sit on the plane, listen to the announcements, bring the tray table down, have a drink served, put the tray table back up, and the plane hasn't gone anywhere. But it gives them a chance to test drive the process and to get a feeling for whether or not they can do it. Now, I give you that example because Autism Speaks was really smart. They figured out, well, they're in the hospitality business and they're willing to help us, so how do we connect them with something? So now we're the proud national sponsor of this program to give wings to families with children with autism, and it's engaged collaboration. That's the point that I want to make. That's the connection I want to make with that you you could just write the check, and we did begin just by writing the check, but they engaged us, and it's that engagement that really brought us to take it to the next level. I just want to end with a couple of thoughts. One is that we are so proud to be part of what you have down here. And I can't really understate that, or overstate that rather. I can't overstate it because we feel great pride to be involved with the Wyndham Championship, but we wouldn't feel that same pride if we didn't feel the same connection, or that connection to the community and to the people. So you all in this room are the drivers of what's going on in Greensboro, and so it's my privilege to be here with you. But it's also my pleasure and privilege for our organization to be connected with the community as much as we are. And to be with a group of leaders like this who are having such an impact. I'm hearing about the Performing Arts Center, which is remarkable. It'll have a huge impact, I'm sure, in the community. It fills me with pride to be a part of an organization like this. So thank you for your hospitality, and thank you for allowing us to be part of that, of this organization down here, this community down here. Before I leave you, I wanted to just run another quick video. And this is a video that we made for internal purposes. And when I talk about collaboration, when I talk about philanthropy, and engagement, what I'm talking about is how do you get people to feel part of something. So I was thinking, how can I relay that to you in a way other than a few examples of what we've done with charities and others. I thought that I would show you a video that we made of the Wyndham Championship so that we can show it to our employees. So our 33,000 employees, as long as they all speak English, watch this video around the world, and they get a sense of what are we doing with the Wyndham Championship and what are we involved with. So you walk out of the plane, you walk into the terminal, it's Wyndham everywhere. You walk downtown, it's Wyndham everywhere. The best players in the world are playing in Greensboro at Sedgefield this year.
CBS Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the Wyndham Championship.
Our coverage comes your way. Just it should be overhead already. Still hot.
When you come to the Wyndham Championship here in the Triad area in North Carolina, and you see the branding, you see the entrance, you see everything that they've set up, and you think about maybe other tournaments you do, you know you're doing something really big time. This is a big event. We will broadcast this tournament to over 206 countries around the world. Over 500 million people will watch this golf tournament and will hear about Wyndham.
It's more an event that we can wrap ourselves around, that we can identify with. This is something that we talk to people about all the time, year-round.
It allows us to connect with a customer constituency. That is the user of the hotel, who very likely across our 15 brands is a golf watcher or a golf follower.
The real deal for us is bring the people that we currently have relationships with. We want to strengthen those relationships. We want to grow those relationships. And then people that we want to do relationships with and build partnerships with in the future, they get to sort of see us with our hair down and really having fun. Because at the end of the day, that's what our company is about. I mean, we sell a lifetime of vacations. We sell fun. And I'm a big believer that, you know, you got to live it.
This is an event that over the last 6 years since we've been doing the Wyndham Championship has allowed us to reach out to clients that we otherwise wouldn't have had the opportunity to reach out to. They should come down to Greensboro. They should participate with us at the Wyndham Championship. They should understand what RCI is all about and, more importantly, what Wyndham Worldwide is all about.
I was with a customer this morning who had never been to the Wyndham Championship before and was wowed because he understood more about us. He knew us as a company, not just the one relationship he has with us with his business.
We look at the economic impact of the Wyndham Championship to the Piedmont Triad, and you're looking at about $35 to $40 million of economic impact right back here in the Piedmont Triad in North Carolina. Every year on a charitable donation, we've been able to give over $1.3 million and charitable impact back to the community as well.
Being part of the world's largest hospitality company, Wyndham Worldwide, one of our core values is really giving back to our community. So this is something that we're really proud of, and today I'm joined by the PGA Tour wives. They're partnering and they're here with us today, and we're going to present Brenner Hospital with another fun center. Really excited. It's an entertainment center for the kids here because we understand that the children here that will participate and engage in using this, are here day in and day out, and we really want to give them a break from what they have to deal with every day in regards to their medical issues and the challenges that they have.
I think this is really an event that the associates should really take pride in. We're affiliated with an organization that believes in philanthropy, that believes in giving back to communities, and it's a very prestigious thing to be part of a PGA Tour event. And so I feel, certainly as an employee, I'm really proud of what we do. I'm proud of what we do, and I'm proud of what we deliver to the community. So I hope that all the associates feel the same way, that this is a point of pride for us. Mark, there was your advertising. I had the date up there again. I was going to keep that up there so everybody put it in their calendars, but you already got to that. But thank you all very much for your engagement. That video is what we send to our employees because we want them to know how important it is to be part of this incredible event and what the impact it has on the community and on charity, and to feel part of that and to feel a sense of pride. And believe me, they do. They feel that sense of pride. They're proud to be involved with an organization that has a connection to Greensboro and has a connection to the Wyndham Championship. So thank you very much.